Happy Wednesday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama hunting out with a new message for us for this week. I want to say happy new moon in Virgo, happy upcoming fall equinox for those of us in the northern hemisphere, and I guess it's spring equinox for those of you in the southern hemisphere. I always want to start obviously by saying thank you to all of the subscribers, new and old, here on the channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing my YouTube videos, as well as the daily card reads on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm a little out of sorts today, you guys. The energies have been a little crazy lately, as most of you know. So today I have a message and a card read, a full card read for us. And so let's get started. Let's get started first with why I named the video the P word. And I do have notes, you guys, because there's a lot to talk about once again. So I'm going to try to follow and stay with the program today. The P word, purge. Holy crap. We have not used this word in a really long time. And guess what? I'm using it again. Yikes. But hopefully it's just for this short period of time. We have really gotten into a place prior to now of really being great at transmuting the energies when we get hit with healing things. But it seems that since the solar eclipse last month, we have been activated back into sort of a purging cycle. Why that is, let's talk about why that is. First of all, it came as a complete surprise to many of us. The intensity of it has been incredible, and there has been this huge urgency to release all of this stuff. We are going back to these deep core wounds again, things that we really thought that we had healed. You know, the 5 core wounds, abandonment, rejection, betrayal, humiliation, and injustice, anger, that falls in there also with all of them. These things have been coming to the surface again for so many of us since the eclipse energy that had passed. So what's happening? Things need to be shaken out still. We're still obviously being triggered by things that are causing us to see the areas that still need healing. Many of us are feeling this intensity and this urgency to clear these things because our twins have come back into the picture. This reunion book that we have started, so many of us, has re-triggered things for us and has shown us things at a deeper level that we've needed to clear. So that, combined with the cleansing and healing of our twins, the energy we feel from them all the time, the connection we have with them and what's going on with them, that the divine feminine chooses to take on as part of her mission, her work is to help our twin to release and clear and heal. So our own shit, their shit, what is going on with Mother Earth right now, with the fires, the storms, the earthquakes, the crazy things that are happening in the environment right now, in addition to Mother Earth's ascension, and the suffering of those people who have been affected, directly affected by the things that have happened, the disasters and things that have happened. All of this put together in this great big cauldron has deeply affected and triggered those of us in the awakened, enlightened community of light workers and empaths and intuitives into like hyperdrive. It's like lit our souls on fire. It's caused us to have these emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual reactions to all of this, thus bringing up everything we have inside, and making us look at our complete world around us and inside of us, and finding areas that still need to heal. So that's kind of what's going on right now. In bringing about this huge shift, like I said, it's affected us. It's not just it's not just helping us heal these parts, but it's actually shifting us into a new level of self-mastery in our process of growth. So again, like I said, it's a physical change, it's a mental change, it's an emotional change, and it's a spiritual change that we are going through in really coming into even a more authentic form of who we have been, in shaking up these things that still need to be let go. So understand that that's what's going on. So the physical symptoms, the pain, the tears, the emotions, the anger, the frustration, the exhaustion, but the inability to sleep, all of these things are part of the process, part of this purging process that we haven't had to go through in quite some time. Honestly and truthfully, I don't believe it's going to last that long. I believe it's just through this equinox period and things are going to settle back down. So continue to do your work. I mean, I say this all the time, but continue to do your work. Look at the triggers. Look at the things that have sparked inside of you, that have made you feel a certain way, and let those things out and heal those things through your process, however it is, whether you do it on your own or you do it with a healer, or you have a best friend help you. Work the process. Work the process. Do that deep reflection. You know, we're being called at this time to kind of go quiet again as the energies are going to start to settle down. So there needs to be a solid grounding and a calmness about us as we proceed forward. So let's talk about the Virgo moon and the equinox and what's happening. In order to help the process and our healing and everything that's going on with our twin and Mother Earth and all the other souls in our collective and in humanity, we need to really ground ourselves. Grounding is essential right now, and we're not just talking about lightly grounding. We're talking about we really need to deeply ground ourselves. We need to understand that there are probably going to be more solar flares that are going to be set off as this equinox comes in over the weekend, which is actually going to spark it's going to spark movement. It's going to spark a release of stagnation for some people and in their process and in their circumstances, but it's also going to, again, accelerate the motion of things and how quickly things are going to be happening. The beauty of what's happening with this Virgo moon and the equinox is that things are going to become more stable. They're going to become calmer, but still accelerated. There's not going to be this crazy frenzied energy around it. And if you do feel that there is, that just means that there's grounding that needs to be done. You need to find your firm footing on the ground. You need to plant yourself into Mother Earth. Get outside, do grounding things. You know, touch the grass, hug a tree, play in the dirt, you know, dig into the sand. You know, if you live near the beach, find your grounding there. Whatever it is, cleanse yourself in the ocean water. Doing grounding activities. If you can't get near the beach, Epsom salt baths are a fantastic way to cleanse and ground yourself. So those are things that are really important right now. It's also going to help the more grounded we are in helping with Mother Earth's ascension and with all of the things that are going on right now environmentally for us. So that's really, really important. Okay, so what else about this moon? This is harvest time. This is the fall harvest, but it's also spring, which is planting time on the other hemisphere. So we are doing both. We are harvesting what we have planted in the previous months, but we are also as a new moon being given an opportunity to manifest, which is planting new seeds as our harvest comes in. So taking this time to really, you know, put our intentions clear, make our intentions very clearly spoken. Now, in the last video I talked about setting intentions and how to kind of do it in a way that isn't from a place of lack or want, and from a place of it being so, as it being as is now and in the present. So a lot of people, you know, kind of vibed with that, and a lot of people kind of didn't understand that, and they were like, well, you're being delusional if you tell yourself, well, you know, I already have that. But you're not, okay? You have to speak it to the universe as you do already possess these things, because you do. They are all inside of you. They are all within you. It's just a matter of having them materialize. And they will materialize if you set very clear intentions to the universe, and then you surrender it and you allow it to be surrendered. Okay, what else? Let me see. Look at my notes really quick. Okay, so we are now coming to a place of being free to move forward. Okay? Free to move forward in areas that we have previously been stuck. So it's time in that to look at the big picture again, to not look at the small, minute details, but to see what our greater goal is of this whole process, and take the bird's eye view look at our situations, and move through and pay witness to the areas in our life where we have been stuck, where we feel trapped, where there is stagnation, where we haven't been honest and true with ourselves. And again, going quiet during this time, doing that deep inner reflection, in order to force us to kind of step into our authentic selves. Again, authenticity is being called to the table, so to speak. As we are doing this purging, it's almost like a situation where if we don't surrender to the purge, we'll die, is what it feels like. And it's a beautiful thing, because as we surrender, we do kind of die. It's like an ego death. We are allowing that ego mind, that ego thinking, those egoistic patterns and templates to die off, allowing us to then become even more authentic, and allowing us to cleanse those parts of us that have been unfulfilling. That's what this is. What this process is what this journey is really getting into a place where we can be authentic and be real and live these happy, fulfilled lives from a place of love. So putting away, killing off that whole 3D bullshit that we've had to live with for so long. Little by little, piece by piece, we are being able to break away from these things. And just simply having faith and believing in the process. You know, an important part of surrender is just believing, knowing you are who you are. You want this fulfillment. You want what is the greater good for not just yourself, but for the world, for humanity. And we are all of one consciousness. So in doing it for ourselves, we are doing this for all of us, for each other, moving us into this direction of happiness, of bliss, of peaceful coexistence. And that's what we're working towards. So, okay, so I think that covers the moon, the equinox, and the messages that I had to share. Now for the card reading, you guys. So I used my traditional good old trusty Rider-Waite Tarot, and I used the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And I think I'm going to pull a card at the very end from the Spirit Oracle. But let's start with the reading first that we do have. I'm going to start with the underlying current, because what was really interesting is I pulled cards this morning. If you guys please check them on Instagram or whatever you're on social media. I think I've got it on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And this was one of the cards that came out for the reading this morning. And it's the Seven of Swords. Okay? The Seven of Swords talked about escaping, picking up what you can take and getting the fuck out of there. Okay? It's a recognition and a no, and it's like sneaking away in the night, taking whatever you can and leaving a bad situation. And you know, like with this card, he's got these swords by the pointy parts, by the sharp blades. So he is willing to risk life and limb, safety and security, just to get the hell away from the situation he is running from. You know, he doesn't care if it hurts, if it's painful, if he cuts himself up on those swords. He just knows he needs to get the hell away. And he doesn't care what he leaves behind because he's got what he needs with him. He doesn't need those other two swords. He just needs what he's got. And that tells us that the underlying energy is we need to move away from this stuff. We need to take, you know, again, it takes us back to the pain, the suffering, the purging. Deal with the pain and take what you need, only what you need, and move on. Move ahead. Get to that new place. You know, I also see all the yellow in this card, which again is the solar plexus chakra. That is our will. That is our courage. That is our ability to move forward, to find the willpower, to find the courage within ourselves to make that move. And we're being pushed to make the move. So that's the underlying current for the reading. So for the Divine Masculine this week, and really, you know, it is split in masculine and feminine, but again, I feel like this stands for both the masculine and the feminine, is the Fool card, okay? And this Fool card simply talks about the willingness to take the plunge. You know, the Fool is ready to jump off the cliff and not worry about the treacherous waters underneath or anything else underneath that may be going on. His head is held high and he is moving. He knows that leaving this bad situation needs to happen. And he is ready. He's got, again, the swords. He's taking what he needs. He's got his little bag. He's taking what he needs. He's got his little faithful companion, okay? His purity, his love to lead him or her into their next step of their journey. And it's a big step. It's a step off the cliff, but it's time. And they are, this is a willingness to take that step. Okay? The next card for the masculine is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? And this talks about the hard work that is going to be involved in this. Although they are ready to take this step into a new phase, into leaving karmic things, situations, and people behind, they then are going to need to put in a lot of hard work. Okay? And put their kind of nose to the grindstone. They have all these accomplishments. They're working on this and they're almost done. Okay, this is the 8. Okay, they are almost at completion. They are almost at completion to the work that needs to be put into this process. So the clarifying card I asked for this is what is it that they're working toward? What is happening for the Divine Masculine? What are they sensing? And this is the Opportunity Beckons card, okay? They have seen enough despair and disappointment and disillusionment in their lives that they are now ready to face the new opportunities that are being presented before them. This is a card, the number is 4. The 4 is about building the stable foundations. They are ready. You know, again, and I see the moon in the crescent shape, the waning moon, waxing moon, I don't remember, I always get that wrong, but signifying to me the new moon cycle, the new moon moving back into the full moon cycle, and they are recognizing that there are so many other opportunities out there for them to find satisfaction and happiness with. And they are hearing and seeing and paying witness to these opportunities that are being presented before them. That's why they're willing to be the fool and take the leap. And that's why they're willing to do the hard work that it's going to take for them to make this next step, okay? Because it's going to take a lot of work. The masculine has a lot of things to get organized and situated in their lives. So it is a big step, and it is a definite continuation of the progress that they have made to this point. Okay, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine has the Empress, which is beautiful. The Empress is about being all-knowing, all-powerful, action-oriented. She is just sitting, knowing, being fruitful and abundant and secure in herself and waiting for her Divine Masculine. Waiting for her Divine Masculine because she knows. She knows her truth. She knows her truth. She knows what this journey is about for her. She has been able to come into a place of being more stable. She has been able to come into a place of being more secure in who she is and what she stands for. However, the Divine Feminine is finding there is a heavy burden to pay. 10 of Wands, okay? That although we know our truth and we are being the Empress, okay, that it is, and the energies have been incredibly intense and heavy. It has been burdensome on the Divine Feminine, okay? Divine Feminine, the beauty of this card is it's a 10, it's a completion, it's an ending, a new beginning to this burdensome energy that we have been experiencing. Also know, Divine Feminine, that you don't have to carry the whole fucking load at one time, okay? You don't have to carry all the wands at once. You can take a couple at a time. You don't have to I always say balls to the wall. Take the whole load and go. Break it down. There's a saying about how do you eat an elephant? And how you eat an elephant is just one piece at a time. It doesn't have to be the whole thing at once. If it's becoming too much, if the pressure is too hard, take it a little at a time. Break it down in pieces. Ask your team of angels, your guides, God the Father, to ease up the energy a little bit, to bring you comfort and peace and ease and peacefulness, to help you work through these burdensome energies. This burden isn't really a burden. It's all the things you want. It's the wands. It's about the passion. It's about all your desires. You just don't have to do it all at once. Take it in little steps. I said last week, slow and steady wins the race. Little steps. Don't feel like you have to run the race. Better to take it a little at a time and slowly than to burn yourself out and get frustrated. Okay. So I asked, what does the Divine Feminine need to really do in this period then? And it's believe and succeed, okay? Our success comes from just believing. Just believing. Here we are on our ship and the lighthouse is in front of us. The light is leading the way. Continue to believe in the light of this journey. The light is our connection to God, our connection to Source, the guiding light that is directing us to where we need to go. It will lead our boat. We don't have to do anything but believe in it. That's where our success will come from. Okay, so the next card is what's happening in the heavens right now. And this is the Temperance card. Okay? The angels are doing their work. The angels are doing their work, okay? They are taking the reins. They are helping to balance the energy for us right now, to get us through this period where things have been so intense and frustrating and difficult for many, into a place of a more calm, equal, kind of balanced state, kind of just like back on that lazy river, going with the flow. The angels are slowing things down, taking things back to a calmer space for us, bringing in balance to the situation. So the last card for the direct reading is, so what's coming out of all of this? And this is the coming together, okay? The coming together in the unions for so many of the first wave twins. Every day I am getting messages, more and more and more, of who is coming back into union/reunion, that are entering this new phase in the 3D world, in the physical world, that they are coming together. We are coming together with our twins. Okay? This is a new book. This is a completely new book, chapter 1. The connections are coming back together, okay? The feminine and the masculine are reuniting in the 3D world. We are connected already in the 5D. We talked about the eternal flame back several weeks ago. We are all merging a little at a time into our 5D place with our twin. The physical world is also coming together for many of the twins who have merged in the 5D already. So just understand that. And I know there's a lot of naysayers out there who are poo-pooing all of this and saying it's all bullshit and it's all just, nonsense, and, stop holding on to pipe dreams and whatever. And all I have to say to anybody who says that is, believe what you want. I work with tons of people, as well as I'm going through my own twin flame experience. And I'm telling you from firsthand experience with what I have worked with, this shit is real. This is coming true. Read through the comment sections under the videos. There are so many people who are commenting that they're with their twins again, that they're in union with their twins, that they've seen their twins, that they're talking to their twins, that things are happening. So, whoops, and there's our card already. It just popped out all on its own. So you got to trust it. You got to believe it, you guys. And if you don't want to, don't. But then go find another channel that you resonate with, because honestly and truthfully, Shamama Hunting Owl, this tribe, we're about getting into union. That is what we are here for. We know what we want, and we are going to do whatever it takes to get us there. We are doing our healing. We are doing our clearing. We're doing all of the things we need to do to make sure we manifest that which we most desire, our unions, so we can be into full mission with our twins and do what we came here to do. Okay. So the card that we got, you guys, oh my God, this is so awesome. Okay, so this is the Spirit Oracle, okay? And these have direct messages on them. And this is the card, and it says, Dreaming of You, okay? And the message on this card is, someone you love will appear to you in your dreams. They reflect a part of you, a time of remembrance, a time of reflection and healing, okay? Those of you who have not been in contact with your twin, with your beloved counterpart, this is a 5D message. This is a message coming into the 3D that you are in 5D contact with your twin. That when you dream of them, when you hear your name being called, when you feel them with you, it is them. That they are truly with you, remembering and feeling the love and the connection. So this is beautiful, you guys. This is so amazing, okay? So, with that, you guys, I want to wish you a wonderful and blessed new moon. Happy equinox, whether it be fall or spring, wherever you are. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Enjoy the time. Have a beautiful, blessed week, you guys. I'm sending so much love and light, gratitude and blessings always. And we will talk soon. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Have a great week. Bye-bye.